Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Welcome to another episode of your Average Day Joes. I'm your host, C.
And Jay, what's up?
What up, everybody? Happy Friday. Yes, sir. We have made it, and you guys have made it onto a fucking Friday episode. So hopefully everybody is having a good day and a great evening. What up with you, Jay? How are you feeling today, my brother?
Excellent. Excellent.
I know we did gym Wednesday, and usually it takes a couple days for everything to catch up. How you feeling on the soreness levels?
I'm good. I'm actually good. I'm not sore at all. Just my lower back's a little sore, but it's like light. I ice my body, so it's a little different. I feel good.
And you said that when you later on in life, you're gonna have one of those chambers, right?
Oh yeah. So I don't have to ice all the time. I can just go in the cryo, lay or sit. Make it easy, dude. You know,
How
negative degrees, we're fine.
how cold does that thing get?
You said it. It's up to you.
Oh,
It's
you
what you
said
can
it.
take. Yeah.
Oh, damn! Actually, that I could probably handle because I can lean into it. You know what I mean? It's not like something I'm gonna freeze my ass
Yeah.
off right away.
No, yeah, you said it, and it's obviously that's why they're expensive.
Bro. I would be at like 60 degrees for like a couple months, dog.
Oh my God, man. No, come on, man. You got to got to set it below freezing. That's the whole point of it.
Bro, maybe 50s at the most. I mean, San Francisco 50s is already pretty damn cold. So.
Bro, that's outside. What the? Why you go buy a chamber? That's
Now you're stuck
outside.
inside a little tiny chamber where it's just cold right away. Like you can't even get used to nothing. You know, it's just
Well, okay, so you're supposed to. It's to shock your body.
yeah.
That's why it could go to negative 300 degrees.
Oh, dude, so you can kill you then.
Oh my God, no! It's not made to kill you. It's made to what you can handle. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it could go from 100, negative 100, to negative 200. That's the whole point of cryo.
So in the life
You don't do it for like an hour. You do it for like 5 minutes.
So in the life of cryo history since it's been made, you're saying nobody has ever killed themselves by freezing themselves to death on accident somehow?
No.
Come on, bro. There's no way everybody doing that is that smart.
First of all, not everyone can do it. We're like I said, if you have that, you're on another you're on a different scale, dude. That's what I mean. That's why only certain athletes have it, dude. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But a lot of people do it now because they have it in certain, they even have it out here now, I believe, if I saw in SF. A lot of people out here would have to go like to the Walnut Creeks or the Sac. You know what I mean? They had them in those areas. And now I believe they do have it out here now. So,
I got you.
yeah. It's expensive though. That's what I mean. It's not like what you get done in 10 minutes or 20 minutes is like pure recovery like that instead of waiting those 3 days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the whole point. It's just you're shocking your body when it's at, say, negative 100 degrees. You're like, oh shit. Like you're just shocking it. And then once that's there, then you got to obviously post session. You got to get the blood going, and then you got brand new blood going in. You know what I mean? New blood flow, and then boom, you're healed. You know what I mean? You can't. It would be pointless to set it. 50 degrees. Like you can walk outside and lay down.
We got Colton Shaddocks saying hi to us for the first time. What up, Colton?
What's up? How you doing?
We got Yeeker, Yeker, in the house saying school meetings or just vibe meeting, G. And then they say 67.
Word.
So yeah, word.
Got you.
Word beat, word. So yeah. So now I know. Thank you. Because you know what? At the end of the day, the worst thing as a man that can happen to you is having to get into cold water and doing it hella slowly.
No, that's like the best
torture,
thing.
bro.
What are you talking about?
That's torture.
Dude, what are you talking about?
Once it gets to
You
the
are really
section,
Jesus.
dude, it's so hard to get in. Like if you're going in slowly, like dude,
What?
it's so hard, dude.
You soft, bro. You definitely someone who doesn't take a cold shower ever. Clearly.
Nah, bro. I'm just saying because it's hard. It's hard. Like you start freezing.
No,
like,
it's not. Okay. If it's the first time you've ever done it in your life, you're correct. you get that feeling of you could probably like gasping for air. If you do it over like many times now after that, you're like, oh God, yeah. It's like therapy, bro.
No, definitely, definitely.
And that's what I'm saying. So now that you know, it would have shocked you going into my cryo chamber when I get one, because I'd probably have it set at like -100 or 200. You'd go in and be like, what the fuck?
I'm good, G. I'm good.
That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't even know. That's the crazy part. You'd be like, oh, fuck.
What's going on? I'm saying. There's no way you can't tell me that two people, like a friend, has done that to another guy and like shocked their friend, and their friend didn't die from like a heart attack.
No, you don't die from that, bro. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Something like that must have happened. I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Look it up, bro. Look it up. No one's. You don't. That's. Oh my God.
Just saying.
You're hilarious, bro. You're funny, dude.
We got Bob saying big old bucket of soup. Exactly. Exactly. That always helps when you're cold.
Real.
You know.
Sure.
All right. Well, we are your Average Day Joes. If you didn't know, we're getting into your latest trends and breaking news. We're also going to be doing some crypto news. We're doing your horoscopes daily. We're doing some conspiracy theories of the night, and we do movie reviews for you, whatever Jay's movie that's playing in the background right there. Besides that, you will also catch from us gym lives. We do gym lives, and coming soon, we will be doing TikTok battles. So if you guys want to hop on and battle us, we ready for y'all. Just come through anytime.
We definitely ready, because we always have our TikTok live on when we're lifting, so we good.
Exactly.
We good. We good.
So, yep. Let's do it. That being said, let's move on. And we do have some sports news and trends. So let's get into it with some college football.
Fuck yeah, man. Let me tell you, bro. I was cooking, and I was like, all right, let's watch this game. You know, I saw Florida State. You know, they're number 8 in the country. They were losing. I was like, okay, Virginia, you know, playing them well. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, man, they came back. They came storming back, and then they tied it up, and they got it into overtime. And then in overtime, man, Virginia just took over. You know, it didn't help that Florida State's receiver bobbled that one pass. They had to like go over 20 times because he like caught it, didn't catch it, caught it, didn't catch it. You know, he bobbled like 4 times, dude. And then they finally said nope, no, and then so they only got able to kick. They only were able to kick a field goal. And then Virginia came down, scored, and then boom, it was done deal.
Yeah.
It was cool, man. 46-38. They all obviously stormed the field because obviously Florida State's number 8, you know.
So that was a major upset?
Yeah. Very. Usually when you have a ranked team like that, especially in the top 10, and then they're playing, you know, a rival that I wouldn't, yeah, I guess you could call that one of their rivals, but you know, all the colleges, they'll storm the field after that. That's a big upset. You know what I mean? Florida's done that the past good amount of years too, to top 10 teams.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, man. But it was intense, dude. It was very intense. I was very shocked. But honestly, they were winning the game, so they should have closed it out in in regular fashion. Yeah. They let Florida State come back in, you know what I mean? So they should have yeah. But Florida State is a good team. But yeah, that was just a very intense game, man. Very intense game.
So was there so you seen some of it? Like, was there any highlight plays that you would say were like just like amazing? Like you're like, holy shit.
I mean, I told you the bobble.
Just the bobble. That's only one though.
Yeah, well, because it was overtime. Yeah, like I'm talking about exciting because so you in overtime you each get the ball in college, and you know that would have changed the whole dynamic of this game. You know what I mean? If dude didn't bobble the ball.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so in college you each possess the ball. If the other team kicks a field goal, you got to kick a field goal. If they score a touchdown, you got to score a touchdown. That's just how it works. I like obviously I like the overtime in college way better, you know, than NFL.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But also in college, if you guys go back and forth, you could have up to 8 overtimes. You could keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's the difference. That's why in NFL they don't do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir. But that was a very exciting game, man. We also have another current game on right now.
What's going down?
We got number 24 TCU. They're playing Arizona State. I was watching a little of that, not too much. And TCU's up 24-17 at the end of the third. Arizona State, their quarterback, he looked good, running the ball, throwing the ball, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's going to be interesting the last quarter. That could be another upset in the making. So, but yeah, tomorrow, Saturday, I'll tell you the top 25 who's playing.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah, we got Georgia Tech and Wake. That Georgia Tech favored very heavily, but I don't sleep on the Demon Deacons. I like Wake, so I think that spread will be a lot closer than 14. Number 21 USC, they're playing Illinois tomorrow. That should be a good one. I'll ride with the Trojans on that. They're playing at 9 a.m. as well. Fun fact, I went to that Rose Bowl.
Oh, really?
So they played each other in the Rose Bowl back in what was it? I can't remember. 2010, 2009. I don't know. My hat's in there, but yeah, I was there at the Rose Bowl with 100,000 people. So that was cool. But it was USC against Illinois, and they just murdered Illinois. So yeah, yes sir. Number 22 Notre Dame. They're playing Arkansas. Notre Dame's having a tough year, so we'll see if they could get back on track. Mm-hmm. Vanderbilt, they're playing Utah State. They're favored by 24. That's light work right there. Ohio State, they're playing Washington, UW. That should be light work for them. They're both 3-0. It's only a 9-point spread, so that tells me something. That tells me they think that Ohio State's going to struggle on the road. LSU and Ole Miss, that's a battle at number 4 against number 13. LSU is an underdog, that's kind of crazy to me. I don't know what Vegas knows that I don't know, but I would have had LSU on top of that one. So that's kind of crazy to me. I know they're both 4-0, but they know something I don't know. But I would definitely go with LSU. Honestly, yeah. I would, especially because they're not even favored. That could be a come up game to win, like some money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Number 9, Texas A&M. They're playing Auburn. That should be an easy win for A&M. Actually, Auburn is pretty good, so maybe not so easy. That'll be a good game. Indiana against Iowa. Indiana favored by 8.5. That sounds right. Number 15, Tennessee and Mississippi State. Tennessee favored by 7.5. I'd say that sounds right too. Number 14, Iowa State against U of A. That should be good. Iowa State's favored by 4.5. That'll probably be a close game, man. That'll be good. This one I'm looking forward to. Penn State against Oregon. Both undefeated. Number 3 against number 6. They got Penn State favored. I think that's because they're at home. They're only favored by 3.5. So that's going to be a really good game, though. That's at primetime, 4:30 on NBC.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. Got number 5 Georgia against number 17 Alabama. Those are always good games every year. That SEC, you know what I mean? Georgia's only favored by 2.5, so that's going to be a close one. That'll be a good one. And then we got Missouri against UMass. They're about a 45-point favorite in Missouri, so
damn.
That's well, I mean that's light work, man. UMass hasn't won a game yet, and Missouri's undefeated.
That's crazy.
And then lastly, we got BYU, number 25 BYU against Prime's team, Colorado. So BYU's favored by about 6.5. That sounds right. Colorado been struggling this year. Bless you. You all right? Bless you. But yeah, so those are the top 25 college football.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Anything else about any trends in football, like NFL or college?
In NFL or college? No, I didn't even go over NFL games.
Yeah.
Why, did you want me to go over NFL games?
Well, because we're not going to be able to report on NFL till after.
Oh, you're right. I just thought about it. I was thinking I could report tomorrow on the show. Yeah. Today's Friday. Right. Yeah, I'll go over the NFL games. Let's do it. There is an international game in the NFL. Oh, I love when they play international games, and it's in Dublin. So That's the Vikings and Steelers. That'll be at like 6 a.m. on Sunday morning.
Oh wow.
Well, it's in Dublin, so you got to
No, I
understand
know,
that.
but 6 a.m. Nobody's gonna want to watch that shit.
I'll be watching it. I'll be wide awake.
Well, yeah, 'cause that's different because you're on a different schedule.
Exactly. But that's it's because of what Dublin's 8-9 hours ahead, something like that. So that's
no, I don't think it's that much ahead because Dublin is right where England is. It's like 5 hours ahead.
No, it's about 9, bro. 8,
Is it?
8, 9. Yeah. Because the East Coast is about 3 hours ahead of us, so it's probably 5 hours from the East for sure. Yeah, come on, bro. You gotta know the times here, dog. But yeah, so that's the Vikings and Steelers. They're playing in Dublin. Got the Vikings favored. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know how the stadium is over there, so that should be cool. Chargers, they'll wipe the Giants. It's not even I don't even know why that's they only give them a 6.5 spread. That's not even close. Titans, Texans, they're both 0-3, battle the 0-3s. I'll go with the Texans just because. Commanders, Falcons, that should be light work for the Commanders. Or I don't know if Jaden Williams is playing. I don't know. They wiped your squad last week, so I was like, I was impressed.
They probably sat him out on purpose. Like, oh, y'all playing the Raiders. Don't even trip. We'll let you sit out and have a break.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, but their backup, Marcus Mariota, he still did work on the Raiders. Like, damn.
Hey, didn't Mariota used to play for the Raiders, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, like years ago.
Because when you said that name, I was like, wait, hold on. That's a Raiders player.
Yeah, about maybe 5 years ago, I think.
No way. Damn, why'd they get rid of him? What the fuck?
He's okay. He's not that great. He's bounced around, dude. It's probably like
better than Geno Smith right now.
I'm not even gonna say that. I can't say that. I'm not saying that.
Come on, man.
But yeah, they had Mariota like a few years back.
Because Mariota wasn't that their draft pick? He was like one of the top draft picks, wasn't he?
Yeah, because he was really good at Oregon.
Yeah,
and that's what I mean.
He went to the Raiders. They didn't let him shine, and you know what I mean. Now he probably has like something to prove. You know.
Well, he's the backup. He's not better than Jaden Daniels. He's the backup. But
if Jaden Daniels ain't playing, he has something. He can show him. Like it's gonna be almost like the Brady situation, minus being like the fourth string quarterback. He was just a backup. You know.
He's not better than Jaden Daniels by no means. This is probably his like 8th team. I'm not lying to you. He's bounced around. He's bounced around the league, and I'm not taking anything away from Marcus Mariota. He was excellent at Oregon. I loved watching him at Oregon.
Was he ever any of these other teams he bounced around to? Was he ever a starter for any of these teams? Oh, okay. He just
the first few years he was a starter, but it's hard to get thrown into that unless you go to the right situation where a team has a line. You got to at least have a good running back, and then you have a wide receiver that can catch the ball. Some players just don't, it's tough. They don't get thrown in those situations. So, yeah, right now he's in a good situation. Why? Because the Commanders do have a good squad. You know what I mean? And that's Jaden Daniels' team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But who knows how long Jaden Daniels is going to be out. So we will see. We will see if he plays or not this week. I'm not sure. There's no I don't see anything saying that he will or not. So I'm not sure.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. They might have sat him out against the Raiders.
That's what I'm saying. They're like, oh, dude, don't even trip, man. Our Mariota got this. Don't even trip.
That's fucked up, though, man.
Yeah, just chill. They're gonna crumble. They got no structure. New coach. No fucking discipline. It's all bad, bro.
Yeah, we do know that, bro.
Scattered right now.
Next game, this will be the wash. Bills Saints. Bills will wash them. That's not even close. So yeah, that's an easy one. Eagles Bucks. That should be a really good matchup. NFC matchup. Baker Mayfield. We'll see what he has against Jalen Hurts. The Bucks are at home, so I'll still go with Philly. I being the defending champ, I'll always go with the defending champ until someone takes them out. So I'll go with Philly on that one. Browns and Lions. That should be a wash. Lions. They look good against the Ravens last week, so I'll go with the Lions. Panthers, Patriots, that should be we'll see. I mean, the Pats are at home, so they should be able to ride out the home field advantage. We'll see though. Jags and Niners. Niners are at home. Against the Jags. I don't know. I don't know if Purdy's playing. I know Nick Bosa is out, so remember that's a big hole in that defense. So that's gonna be a lot closer than what people think. Just because of Bosa being out, he's one of their best pass rushers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that'll be a lot closer than what people think. Stop, lay down. I know.
I think your dog is trying to let you know that the movie's over.
Well, it was supposed to be. So I put it on because I wanted to do the next movie. I was like, we talk about sports and everything else anyway before the movie starts.
Oh, I got
so
you.
the next movie is what we're going to be talking about.
Got you. Preparation. Got you.
Yes, sir. Colts and Rams. I'm going with the Colts. I know the Rams, good squad, but the Colts they're the underdogs this year, man. Daniel Jones been playing good. He got a new team. He's looking good. He's got a great running back, and they're just he vibes there. So I thought Daniel Jones was shit when he played for the Giants. I was like, that guy sucks, bro. But you put him now with the Colts, he looks good.
Yeah.
So big ups to him. You see what I mean? A little change of scenery. Cool line, good running back. Like, you see what I mean? Good receiver. You see what I mean? He was on the Giants, and that guy stunk it up, bro. He's on the Colts now. He's 3-0. You see what I mean? Just a little change of scenery, bro. That's all it takes sometimes.
Definitely.
This big game right here, Ravens-Chiefs. The loser of that game is going to be 1-3. That's where I would be like, hey, man, we need to switch something up. Me, I don't go against Patrick Mahomes at home in KC, so I'm going with the Chiefs. I know they are not favored. Baltimore's favored by 2, so I'm still going with the Chiefs, though. Sorry. I'm going with the Chiefs on that one. Bears and Raiders. Your squad. I think the Bears are not good. If you can't beat the Bears at home, you seriously have some serious problems with that team. So it's going to be I don't know. I haven't watched the Bears, so I don't know. But we'll see. I don't know what you think. What do you think about that game? Bears and Raiders.
It's going to be a tough one, bro. This is going to be the battle of who's like a little bit better than the worst. You know what I mean?
Well, the Bears just beat, they're all happy because they beat the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are overrated anyway. You know that.
Yeah. So Bears are coming in with a lot of momentum right now.
Exactly. They're coming in like, oh, we just beat the Cowboys. So yeah, you're right.
So that's going to be a little bit tougher for the Raiders. But if the Raiders really want to prove that they have something, that they can get something going, then they need to win this game.
Exactly. And they're at home. They're at home.
Yeah. So
if home crowd.
If they don't win, if the Raiders don't win this game, their momentum and just basically their emotion is going to get into it, and they're going to be like, we're fucking losers, and we can't win anyway. So why not just drop the season? Because I don't think we're going to make it into the playoffs.
Yeah, well, I told you my prediction for your record this year, so we'll stay with it.
Hopefully we win one. I'm going for one.
You already have one. You're 1-2.
Yeah, and I'm going for the next one. Like one.
Oh, okay. And then the Sunday night game. It's gonna be a good one, bro. It's gonna be a good one. Micah Parsons going back to where he was traded, the Cowboys. I think he's gonna terrorize the Cowboys. I'm going with the Pack. So I'm going with the Pack on that one. That's light work.
Yeah,
that is light work. And then Monday night, there are 2 games on Monday night. I love when they do that. You got the Jets and Dolphins, battle of the 03s. I'll probably go with the Fins on that one. And then Bengals Broncos. I will go with the Broncos. Why? Because there's no Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. So I'll go with the Broncos on that one. Yeah. Some good games in NFL. That should be good. Yes, sir.
That's all. Any of them that you're going to be like watching for sure though? Like for sure.
I told you which one.
No, but you say a lot. And you don't actually watch the games that you say you're going to watch because you fall asleep on them. You don't do well in the daytime.
No, I don't. I'll watch Sunday Night Football for sure.
Okay.
I'll watch the Sunday night game for sure, and I'll watch the game in Dublin at 6 a.m. for sure.
Okay, so those
the
two
game
will watch.
The game in the daytime that I'll try to catch, Ravens-Chiefs.
Ravens-Chiefs, gotcha.
Yeah, but and then obviously I'll watch the Monday night games because they're at night.
Yeah, that helps me. You saying that because then when I know which one to look for at work, I'm working. I have a TV. I
The
can
ones at
watch.
work, when you're at work, I'll be knocked, bro. I'll be knocked.
Oh, I know.
So my schedule on the weekend is very different from the week. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
And it's for different reasoning. You know what I'm
I'm surprised you even know when is the weekend.
saying? I only for certain reasons I know that. I usually don't because every day to me is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
But a lot, it's changed a lot the past say month or two. So it's good. You know
Well,
what I'm
I guess you don't have a choice because you have to know when you're going to the gym with me.
saying?
You're
Well,
like, oh shit, it's Sunday. I gotta go.
no, because I have we live streamers. We stream every day, man. 5 days a week, our show, 4 days a week at the gym. Chef with Jeff will be live. You know what I mean? So it's cool.
All right,
I love it. I won't have it any other way.
right.
But yeah, those are the games I will be watching for sure. 6 a.m., 1 p.m., 5 p.m. That's it right there.
Right.
Bless you. Come on, relax. Good boy. All right.
And you're, I guess Monday night. Who's
Yeah,
playing
Monday night I'll be able to talk about it. I told you I got the Finns against the Jets. I'll take the Dolphins, and then I got the Broncos against the Bengals. I'll take the Broncos. Light work.
Okay.
Yeah, if Joe Burrow was playing with the Bengals, I'd take the Bengals, but he's not. I remember he hurt himself. Done deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man, I'll take the Broncos on that one.
All right. Any other trends in the NFL?
Nope. It's MLB time, bro.
All right. Before we do that, let's get into some chats. DTW says, "What's up? What up, DTW?
What up? What up?
And we got Justin in the house saying, "What's a TikTok battle?"
When you go up against other TikTokers, and people give you certain gifts, and you battle each other, to see who gets more points. You know what I mean? It's just a way to bond with your followers. You know what I mean? You bond with your followers, cool. You know what I mean? And then you just battle other people. It's a battle of who has a stronger team. That's all it is. You know what I mean? So,
Jay,
yes, sir.
I'm glad I got my sunglasses on because the sunrise was coming up on your TV. It just switched scenes, but I was like, damn, that shit was bright as hell.
What happened? What?
The scene right before this was the sunrise, like the moon.
I was like, what? You'll know what this is when you see it too. This is a good one. This is what I wanted to.
Is that Ethan Hawke?
No. Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is a good one.
As his plan.
Oh, you'll know. This is
that's
a good
training day. Oh, shit.
That's why I wanted to put. That's why I wanted to put it on. I was like, oh, dude, I got to throw that on, man.
Yeah. I just realized.
For sure, bro. But yeah, go ahead, get in the chats and then MLB. I got to do MLB.
So Jay, we got a person who I'm thinking we should ban from our channel. I don't know. I'm gonna read you some of these comments, and you tell me what we do, and we can have input from the audience. They are on a timeout right now for 15 minutes on YouTube. I got them on a timeout on the TO.
On a timeout.
Yeah. So his first comment, his first comment was already a little bit mean. I was like, all right. So he says he's trying to be poetic, and they're saying circus and bread for meathead, and then they say Patriots versus Trans-Tifa taking bets now.
Who?
Patriots versus Trans-Tifa. When we were talking about
I don't know Trans-Tifa. What's Trans-Tifa?
I think he's talking about trans and the other group that is out there.
Oh, okay.
He's putting them together, I guess. He's being creative with his words.
Gotcha.
Words.
Okay.
And then the last thing he said, where I put him on a timeout, was, "I bet you two snuggle and eat pudding pops."
What? I'm done, bro. There's some weird ass people. I'm done. Even you laughing, huh? What the
Oh my god.
Pudding pops? What the fuck? I'm done, bro. But yeah, man, it's all good, bro.
What do you think? What do you think, guys? Should we ban him or should we let him back on in, like, I guess 10 minutes from now when the timeout is over?
Who cares, bro? You're You moderating, right? Are you moderating?
Yeah, I'm moderating, bro.
Oh, okay, then moderated, man. Yeah, just be
I
like,
mean, it's moderated as of right now.
I'm
Should I
so.
just kick 'em
I'll
out?
tell you this. I'll tell you this, bro. I'm a moderator on a few different things, right? I'm a moderator for a few different people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm very like, I give one person like just, I'm very strict about things, especially with the people I moderate for. You know what I mean? Obviously, I take care of them. And yeah, if I see more than one comment, done. But I'll ask though, like you asked like that. You know what I mean? But if I, most of the time it's on the moderator. So just I would give it. I would always give one. Be like, okay, cool. One time, cool. If it's over that, hey, peace. You know what I mean? No time for any of that stuff, bro. Nobody
So
got time for it.
yeah, no, I totally understand. So I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, that first one, I kind
Oh,
of
good boy.
I got my eye on him, but then the second one, I was like, I don't even know what that really means. I didn't trip, but then that third one, I was like, all right, he's on the
Yeah,
timeline.
that's what I'm saying. That's three. So I'm
So
giving you
three
my
strikes,
input
you're out.
since huh?
3 strikes, you're out because we're about to
Yeah,
do MLB.
yeah, and that's three strikes, man. Like I said, I do one. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
but you, me and okay, like if we had to compare each other, you would be like Idaho, Arizona, and I would be like California, Oregon, maybe even Washington. You
Oh,
know,
you mean like because like you're a little
you,
more lenient?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You're Montana, and I'm
Okay.
California.
That's fair. That's fair. I get you on that. I get you on that. That's fair. And you're right. You know what I mean? But it's because, like I said, when I'm moderating, it's like I want the person I'm moderating for to feel very comfortable. Like I don't want them, to have to deal with anything. You know what I'm saying? So
You're
I use my own judgment. That's why I said I'll give one leeway, but then if I see more and I'm like, all right, dude, because it doesn't matter. There's always going to be more that come in. You know what I'm
this is actually the perfect scene. This is where you would be Denzel and I would be Ethan Hawke, and
saying?
you would be like, you know what, fuck it, you're interrupting me. Tell me what the fuck you got to tell me. What the fuck is so important, Jay?
This is a good.
Uh,
This is some quality shit right here, bro. We got to discuss this after, bro. But yeah, that's how I moderate, bro. Because I do it for a couple people, and that you already know. There's a lot of people that be coming in that are like that. You know what I mean? So it's
right.
my job to be very on point. You know what I mean? And trust me, you're gonna have to learn it too because our show is gonna grow. Everything's gonna grow to levels like what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So you're lenient now, but imagine down the road when you have like multiple times like that in a session, and you're like, oh shit, all right, one, okay, one done. You know what I mean? You're gonna start doing it more like that because you're like, I can't do this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's literally what's gonna come down to.
Yeah, I might have to go on like online. They do like that outsourcing. You pay somebody to outsource jobs, and maybe I'll find like somebody in Belarus that can like, you know what I mean, for
Shut up.
super minimum wage, moderate the chat for us.
That is not funny. That is not funny. That is not funny.
No.
That is not funny.
All right. So yeah, we got Steven back saying 3 people, LOL, and yeah, Steven is back from his timeout. I forgot to ban him yet, but hopefully
What's he talking about?
They will behave. Anyway, what up, Stephen Richard? Welcome to the show.
What is he talking about?
I don't have no idea. 3 people, LOL is what they said, and
3 people what?
maybe because there's me, you, and Denzel in the scene. That's what I'm guessing.
I don't know.
Anyway, let's get into some MLB scores. What's going on there?
Oh, for sure, bro. So we got 5 current games.
What's going on? What's the scores, man? What's happening?
I'm pulling them up.
Oh, okay. I'm like, you paused there. I was like, what's going on? Like,
yeah, no. I gotta pull them up because there's 5 live games right now.
I got you.
We got the Giants. The Giants are beating the Rockies 6-3 in the bottom of the 7th. We got the A's and Royals locked in at 3, and they're about to start the top of the 8th. Dodgers beating the Mariners 3-1, and they're in the bottom of the 8th. Padres are beating the D-backs 6-2. They're about to start the top of the 8th. And the Angels are beating the Astros 4-3, and they're in the bottom of the 8th. Those are the current games right now. Let's see what happened earlier. The Reds beat the Brewers 3-1. The Pirates beat the Braves 9-3. The Rangers beat the Guardians 7-3. The Marlins, they beat the Mets 6-2. They were trending today, and I was like, why are the Marlins trending? You know why they were trending? Because they have missed the playoffs in 30 of 34 years. That is horrid. Jesus, that's a terrible way to trend, bro. So yeah, that franchise is not they are not winning, let's just say.
Yeah.
Red Sox, they punched their ticket into the playoffs today. They beat the Tigers 4-3. Blue Jays beat the Rays 4-2. The Yanks, they beat the Orioles 8-4. Phillies beat the Twins 3-1. The Cubs, they whooped up the Cardinals 12-1. And the White Sox beat the Nationals 10-9. All right. Those are all the MLB games today.
Anything happened where you're like, oh shit?
No, I didn't. I honestly didn't even get to watch like MLB. I was watching the college football games.
Yeah.
And then you know what I mean. Like I've had a hectic schedule today, so you know what I mean. But I got a lot of stuff done. I always get a lot of stuff done, so it's cool. But my sleeping habits are very off. Remember, it's like I'm on multiple sides of the world in the same day. So
I got you.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I'm not complaining about it at all. It's a blessing.
What side of the world you on, partner?
No, I'm obviously I'm on this side of the world, and then like there's times where I'm on the other side of the world because I'm doing stuff on the other side of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, man. You know, I'll be when it's time, I'll be going back and forth like it's nothing. That's a fact.
You a international businessman. I got you.
Yes, I am, man. That's a fact. When it's time, you'll be like, I'll be streaming like on my phone like I do. You'd be like, dude, where are you? I'll be like, you know, let you know. Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
We're gonna be going also to once we get a little bit more established than we can, we're gonna be able to go to Abu Dhabi and Saudi Arabia where they have the crypto convention. You know,
we can go there.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of cool crypto convention stuff there to talk about and go over. You know.
Yeah, our money's good there.
Definitely.
Someone wanted to meet me out in Abu Dhabi, and I was like, or Dubai, you know, and I was like, oh yeah, let me. And I wanted to check the currency stuff. I was like, oh, we're good, we're solid there.
You know that if you live in Dubai, you don't get taxed on crypto.
I do.
Yeah.
I know a few people that live in Dubai, so.
Right.
Yeah, I do know that.
Pretty cool stuff. So that's all the sports then, huh? Besides,
yeah. Well, I did college football, I did NFL, and then I just did MLB. So the only thing left, I know Saturday you usually do UFC if there's UFC. I don't know if there's UFC.
So Steven, he couldn't behave himself, and I ended up banning him. The last thing he said was clearly with the title of your video, you're anti-American liberals.
Oh, guys, see what I mean? How is that possible that someone would say that? That's, oh my God.
I don't even know do you know what the title of our video is today?
No, I don't know what you put. You didn't ask me what was trending. So usually sometimes you'll ask me what's trending and I'll be like, oh, okay. And I tell you, I usually, now I'll check it usually after the show. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I don't know what you put. Why? So, what did you put? What did you put? Now I'm wondering what the hell you put.
No, because it was trending and it was something that, you know, it's about Elon. So, you know, Elon to me always catches the attention, right?
Uh-huh. So yeah, what? Oh, shit.
What?
No, he wasn't. Was he?
Yeah.
How do you know? You saw?
Yes, it's
trending. You saw the damn file?
Bro, it's trending on freaking, yes, it's trending.
It's not trending on X.
I know, it's trending where I'm at, though.
Yeah, that's bullshit. If I don't see it trending on X. If I don't see it on X, is my news source.
Bro, I'll tell you this.
I'm not buying it.
I'll tell you this much. My source is Fox News, and Fox News is not going to report on Republicans and stuff.
Of course they are.
Not like that though. Like they're, you know what I mean?
Of course they are. I don't see this trending anywhere on X.
I'm telling you, dog. So we're gonna have to, that's something that I have to talk about, that
I don't know because I don't see this anywhere on X, and X is my news source.
Oh yeah, well that's your source. I got my sources. You got your sources. That's why we don't have the same news, partner.
And that's exactly why he said what he said. That's why he thinks what he thinks. Jesus.
No, I totally understand. I'm just letting you know what the title is after he said we are anti-American liberals.
Exactly. I see why he said it. I get it. Fuck.
But
you put Elon name in Epstein files, bro. Come on, man. You don't know if that's true.
Bro, this person is a troll that just wanted attention. It doesn't.
Well, we know he was a troll, but I mean, if he's he's about America. He's about America. You know what I'm saying? Well, but if that was trending heavy, it would be on X, right?
So
there's not one tweet about it. Not one tweet about it on the biggest news app in the world. Not one tweet.
Bro, X and Google are very high, both up there in trend.
No. X is the number one news app across the world.
I'm not saying it's not, but if X is number one, then number two would be Google.
Okay. How is there not one tweet about this? One.
Why are you asking?
Not one tweet.
How would I know?
No, because it doesn't make sense to me. I didn't see anything about Elon being in the Epstein files.
You want me to hit up Elon real quick and be like, yo, why is this not? Why? Because it has your name in it is not tweeting on X. Like, what's going on? Are you trying to cover something up, Elon? You want me to ask him that for you? Maybe he's covering himself up. He doesn't want his name spilled all over his platform.
I don't know. I don't see anything about it, bro. I'm still looking it up too. I really am, dude. I'm shocked to see that.
I know.
That doesn't sit right with me.
We just report on what's happening. It's not like even if he was named in it, like because I haven't reported on it yet, even if it was named on it, it doesn't say why or how or like when. Like I'm gonna have to still go through this, and maybe it's not a bad thing. Like who knows? You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. I would love to hear what you have to say now, though.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
That's what I mean. I need to hear what you have to say now because I'm shocked that he was named in this. So I'm wondering why.
We will find that out. That's why I made it the title, because it's something that if Stephen Richard would have been watching the show and just paying attention to what we were saying, he wouldn't question us in the first place. He would be like, let me see what these people have to say, because like Charlie Kirk was doing, debate is everything, right? And if you can talk things out and have everybody's point of view, then you're going to be able to be a person that functions in today's modern society. I guess.
And this is released by House Democrats, just to let you know.
That's why probably X is not reporting on it.
Yep, because it's not just him; it's Musk and Peter Thiel.
Exactly, and I report on both sides. I don't just report on one side. I'm going to be neutral about this. You are always
the neutral one. I'll give you that.
I am the Switzerland of this whole damn thing.
I'll give you that. And it's funny because each one of these articles, at the end, it always says released by Democrats. Every single one of them said released by Democrats. So
once we get into the juice, we're gonna know if this is some BS or if this is something that we can go and try to investigate a little further. You know what I mean?
It's interesting.
So let's get into it, brother. We still do have one other sport trend to report on, and that is the UFC happening on Saturday. This is going to be on, I believe, it says Fox UFC. That is going to be ESPN plus ABC or ESPN. So you can watch it on some multiple channels here. Let's get into it. For your main event on Saturday, that's going to be your light heavyweights. Carlos Ulberg against Dominic Reyes. Dominic Reyes is an OG in the game against Carlos Ulberg. Carlos is 13-1, and Dominic is 15-4. I'll say Carlos is going to take it because after Dominic lost to Blankowiec, my Polish brother, he started kind of losing a lot of his fights. I think like he got like back-to-back losses after that, and I think he just won finally like one of the last fights he had. But Carlos, if he's 13-1, I haven't seen Carlos fight, but I think he's probably a badass, and he is going to beat Dominic Reyes. That being said, I believe from UFC history, being that I did watch a lot of UFC fights back in the days. Jay, I don't know if you knew this, but Dominic Reyes, I think, was one of the very few UFC fighters to come close to almost beating John Jones at one point.
Lies. Those lies.
I knew you were going to say that, but it's
I watched the fight.
You did see the fight?
John Jones looked like he was partying all night long. He was half awake, and literally I watched his fight, and he still won the fight. He was like there, like, in order to beat a champ, you have to do way more. That guy didn't do way more.
I got you.
I watched the fight.
Okay.
He had a good fight against him. Great. Yeah. Did he do anything spectacular to John Jones? No. So that's what I mean.
I'm not going to speak bad on John Jones. I love that guy. So
yeah, I'm saying he didn't knock out Jones. He didn't take down Jones. He didn't do any of that stuff. That's what I'm saying.
He was just John Jones basically was taking some punches from Dominic, and Dominic.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He was treading. He was just like, this is light work. That's cool. That's what I mean. It looked like he partied all night long, went to a fight. I got this one. Cool. You know what I mean? That was it. Yeah. He didn't take it serious at all. That's how easy it was for him. I watched the fight.
Okay.
You know? Yeah, I watched it. But yeah, the other guy was trying to attack this and that, but he didn't do anything spectacular.
Yeah.
Like I said, no knockout on Jones, no takedown on the floor. How do you win the fight? Tell me. Against a champion. How do you win that?
I never said he won.
No, yes, you did. You said he almost beat him.
That's
to almost beat him.
Totally different.
Yeah, but to almost beat someone, it means, damn, they probably whooped his ass. Damn.
I didn't even say he almost. I said he came the closest. The closest.
No.
You don't almost beat somebody by becoming closer than another.
No. You thought that was the closest out of all John Jones fights?
And that's only because John Jones, like you said, partied super hard the
night
before, and he was like, I'm gonna be able to whoop this guy's ass so easily that I can do something like this.
Not even whoop his ass. It was like he was counting.
And that's
like, my point.
This. That was the closest because he didn't whoop his ass.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought you meant like the closest fight he ever had. Because there were some fights where that dude had some, like, a real battle in the ring. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure he had a real battle. But Dominic Reyes had his own real battle just because he was taking advantage of John Jones being at a weak point where he partied the night before.
Exactly. And he still lost.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my point. You know what I mean?
I totally agree, and I'm with John Jones on this one. So.
Okay, all right, just making sure, bro.
Shout out to New Mex 505, brother. That's where he trains.
I know.
For your light heavyweight co-main event, we're gonna have Jimmy Crute against Ivan Erslan, and Jimmy Crute is 13-4. Ivan is 14-5. Should be some good fights coming up here. This is going to be also starting at 7 p.m. Your featherweight right before that is Jack Jenkins against Ramon Tavares. Jack Jenkins is 13-4. Ramon is 10-3. So that's going to be a good one. Then we got welterweights. Jake Matthews against Neil Magny. These are both OGs in the game. Jake Matthews is 22-7. Neil is 30-13. It's going to be a good one. I'm going to give it to... it's going to go either way, but I'm going to give it to Jake Matthews just because he lost a good amount less. Then you got lightweights, which is your last fight in the main card, or your first fight, which would be Tom Nolan against Charlie Campbell. And Tom Nolan is 9-1. Charlie is 9-2. They both have something to prove. And just because Charlie is Charlie, I'm going to go with that name. And not like I know the fighters, but I'm just going to go with Charlie on this one. Let me see if there's any prelims to talk about that I know about even. You got a middleweight, Cam Roston against Andre Petrovsky. That might be a good one. Andre 13-4. I'll give it to Andre on that one. And that looks like pretty much it to name for the UFC, and that is 7 p.m. on Saturday. All right, let's move on and get into some trending news. So, like the title of our show, first off, we have some, I guess it's some pretty big trending news because we got called out, which is Epstein documents have been released by House Democrats, and they name Elon Musk, Steve Bannon, and Peter Thiel. So let's get into this and see what this is about. It says House overnight Democrats released more documents relating to Jeffrey Epstein that mentioned those names. Democrats on the committee released 6 heavily redacted pages on Friday afternoon out of 8,544 documents it received, which includes portions of Epstein's apparent schedule and ledger. Musk was mentioned in Epstein's apparent schedule regarding a potential trip to his island.
False.
It says that on November 27th, 2017, Epstein was scheduled to have lunch with Thiel. Bannon was scheduled to have lunch with Epstein on February 16th, 2019. In releasing the documents, a Democrat spokesperson for the House Oversight Committee said they will not stop until we identify everyone complicit in Epstein's crimes. It should be clear to every American that Jeffrey Epstein was friends with some of the most powerful and wealthiest men in the world. Every new document produced provides new information as we work to bring justice for the survivors and victims, the spokesperson said. So, and then you got, I guess you got a little bit of what the GOP spokesperson is going to say about it, and they're saying that House Oversight Committee accused Democrats of cherry picking the documents. It's unfortunate that Democrats continue to meaninglessly cherry pick documents that politicize this investigation. They are intentionally withholding documents that contain names of Democrat officials, and the information they released today is old news. We are focused on delivering transparency and accountability for the survivors and will release documents in full, the spokesperson said. So there you go. That is the other side of the equation. It's not just all one-sided here. It is supposedly old news. And Jay, you know what? It's cool that, you know, we get to hear it and that this is all a little bunch of circus that is being really said. But at the end of the day, Jay, we need to get down to the bottom of it all. And this is not it, what they're talking about, you know?
I know. I just don't like when they throw his name in there it's just for other reasoning. That's it. They try to attack Elon for everything every few months.
They do. And this is the
false.
point that I'm getting to, Jay, and that is that there is a new information coming out about Epstein where it is being said now, and there is strong evidence to prove this, that Epstein was a hired either CIA, well, it says basically that he's hired CIA and that he was hired to be able to take down and have information on the wealthiest people, especially people who have a lot of authority in their space. So people like Elon, of course, are going to be targeted, Jay, not saying that he did. There's no documents that prove that he did anything wrong, even if he did travel to his island and meet with Epstein. But if it's true, that means that Epstein was just somebody hired, and they definitely were somebody that was trying to get all this bad kind of publicity on everybody and every person that has been powerful and been in the spotlight. Not, like I said, I'm not saying that they have done anything bad at all.
I live in America. You're innocent until proven guilty. Elon Musk at 2 p.m. actually responded to this, and he wrote, "This is false." There you go. I'll take that.
And that being said,
I'll take that.
That being said, that's probably also another main point of why they would have
It's not trending on X. Yes.
no, not even trending on X, but also why this whole the way that they placed the island and they put Epstein there was not in U.S. territory anymore.
Yeah, I believe it.
So that all makes sense to me, Jay.
I just don't like to, like I said, I don't like to smear names. Like, especially, I respect Elon Musk.
No, and that's what I'm saying. We're not smearing anybody's name. What we're saying is that they tried to blackmail him, and at the end of it all, there is no documents or anything proving that he has done anything wrong.
I agree.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Good.
We got to look at both of the sides of the story, not just the two.
I did the research and I looked for that one little tweet. That's all I was looking for. This is false by Elon Musk at 2 p.m. That's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear. Because I told you, there's not one tweet on X. I had to dig deep to find that. You know what I'm saying? He's got a good PR team on there, because that's the only one I found. And it was because, like I said, he responded to Doge Designer. About the Forbes article that you're talking about.
Jay, I got 3 words for you right now. In the world of business, Elon is king.
Okay.
That was many more words than 3.
I was going to say, like,
what I was trying to get at.
Okay.
By the way, BTW.
It's all good.
Justin says, was reading up on something, so I didn't say anything, but I think Steve was referring to 3 people watching the YouTube stream. And then Justin says, released by House of Democrats.
Exactly.
And then Justin also says, I'm going to release my own files, and Hillary was in it.
Oh, he was talking about just the YouTube one?
Yeah.
Oh. Lucky for him, he doesn't know we're streaming on 6 different platforms. There's a lot more on X. I don't know how many are on the other ones, but yeah. So that's funny.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. So yeah, that is our pretty much title and our big, trending news. And yeah. I don't know. Justin saying, how he was talking about 3 other people in the YouTube stream. Maybe he was, but from all the chats I'm seeing, there was nobody else saying anything about that or referring to anything about that he was referring to, unless it was being blocked, and we don't see it here on the show. But he also did say a couple things that were kind of more looking like it was directed towards us. So I don't know.
Never know.
Could be either or, but one day starts getting kind of to a disrespectful level, and I don't see anything else being said against that or towards that. Then,
like I said, bro, you're a more lenient moderator than what I am.
Exactly. I let him slide for a good minute there.
I can't be doing that, man. Especially when I'm moderating for certain people. I'm very like, nah. You know what I mean?
Oh, I feel it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, let's move on and get into, I guess you wanted to talk about something that happened in Central Florida with somebody was found at some teen or something, some hoax.
Yeah.
What were you gonna report on there?
The Amber Alert. So in Marion County, there was an Amber Alert for a 17-year-old named Caden Rex Spate after he reported shooting and abduction by 4 men in a van in Dunellen, Florida, prompting obviously searches, helicopters, canine units, everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then come to find out, obviously, it ends in a hoax revelation. That's crazy.
Right.
That's fucking crazy, dude. Who does shit bro? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck, bro? I don't know, man. I don't know. Very, very, I don't know. Weird stuff, bro.
Yep.
Very weird stuff. Yeah, no, I read. I was like, what and it was trending high. We're talking like the 6-digit tweets. You know what I mean? A couple
Yeah.
100,000. I was like, what the hell is this?
Right. Right.
And I was like, what? So that was just odd.
Exactly.
Very odd things. Odd people out there, bro. So.
And Justin says, nah, he was just being a dickhead. He won't say it to y'all face. That's how people are, miserable with no backbone. Tell him to do some deadlifts.
He's right, man. You know what I mean? He's
So,
right. Yeah, you know what I mean? So used to that, though. He's right. No one ever says anything to anyone's face,
trolls will be trolls.
No, that's what I mean. There's always going to be trolls, man. But that's why I'm very, very different as a moderator. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Trolls are a dime a dozen, bro.
Exactly.
I couldn't imagine being a troll, bro. You know what I mean? That's just weird, Like, I don't mind talking shit every now and then, but I don't even have time to do that. Right. I don't even have time to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, this is weird.
All right, let's move on to our next trend. It looks like ICE is doing their job and making them arrest even high-profile people who think they're above the law. It looks like now ICE has arrested a superintendent of Iowa's largest school district. The superintendent of Des Moines Public Schools was detained Friday morning by ICE, according to the Department of Homeland Security. Which said he was the educator. He was an educator. Was in the country. He was in the country illegally and had existing weapon possession charges. Superintendent Ian Roberts, an educator with decades of experience who previously competed as an Olympic athlete, was arrested as part of a targeted enforcement operation and fled after U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers approached him, according to statements from DHS and Iowa Department of Public Safety. DHS said he was in possession of a loaded handgun, $3,000 in cash, and a fixed blade hunting knife at the time of his arrest. It's a violation of federal law to own a firearm and ammunition if an individual doesn't have legal status in the U.S. So, he was arrested, and he did have some weapons on him, which is a big no-no because especially that really surprises me because he was like somebody well-known in the community. Supposedly he was like a huge person. And I mean, he was a superintendent of Iowa's largest school district. Like, man, you know what I mean? That's kind of super irresponsible of you to do stuff like that, especially around schools.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah. That was pretty heavy trending today. Let's move on to our next trend, Jay. What you got for us about the UN delegates that walked out today?
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu addressed the UN in New York today, obviously defending Israel's military operations in Gaza and demanding Hamas release hostages and surrender. Diplomats from more than 50 countries, coordinated by the Palestinian delegation, staged a walkout as he began speaking. So, leaving the hall largely empty and boos and calls for order. I was like, damn, okay.
Okay.
Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay. So, that's what happened, man. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, this has been happening a little bit lately like that with them,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think they're under a lot of countries are pissed off at them right now just because they've been like attacking like Qatar, and they've been attacking all these countries and going in without like any kind of, regulation. It's just kind of sad, to see.
It's what they do. So
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's about to get into some serious shit in this movie right now, Jay.
What are you talking about?
Snoop Dogg, bruh.
Oh, this is a funny part, actually.
So just swallow the crack.
But yeah, so that's what went on, man. The walkout during the speech.
That do you think like being such a like leader and you're getting walked out on when you're doing the speech? What is going through your head, Jay? What is going through your head?
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't care personally?
I would still, I'd still carry out what I have to say, and you're gonna walk out. You're gonna walk out. Fuck it, But I'm still gonna carry on with what I have to say.
Bro, tell me this: would you be? Remember you seen that movie, The Dictator, the Borat?
Oh yeah. Oh
Would you
yeah.
be like that and be like after the speech? All right, kill him, take him out. Exactly.
Fuck that.
Just have him disappear real quick.
Be like, the funny part was that they never even killed him. They threw him in New York at that one place.
They all got
Aladdin, motherfucker.
Aladdin.
That was a great movie, bro. I like that movie.
No. I want my missile to be pointy.
I love that movie. That's a great movie.
And Justin says Netanyahu is a straight up demon. Sure, I believe it, man. I believe it. It's funny because they even say that people within his own political party do not even respect him. They don't want nothing to do with him. He's just this dictator within the political party, and they have he's the final say. They have no say against him,
Yep.
That's kind of what I hear.
How it usually
political news realm.
How it usually is sometimes, man.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's move on to our next trending topic. It looks like convicted cop killer. So hold on. Let me back this up a little bit. Unfortunately, some of the news that we report on, it comes from sources like CNN or other things, and even Fox News at sometimes doesn't. The way they say things could be kind of shitty. But anyway, so this is the headline, but it says that, or basically, I'm not even going to say the headline the way it is. I'm going to say it the way I see it. And that is that Asada Shakur was pronounced dead I guess she was living in Cuba. So if you do not know who she is related to Tupac Shakur. Have you heard of her before, Jay, or no?
Nope.
Yeah, she was known as Ashata or Asada Shakur, passed away after living in Cuba for years under asylum granted by the Cuban government. So it looks like she was convicted of killing a New Jersey state trooper, and she fled to Cuba and was granted asylum and was never arrested for killing that state trooper. However, obviously she did not have a trial, so she did not get her word heard. And at that time, they were all her and Afina Shakur. They were in the Black Panther Party, so they were trying to pin a lot of these crimes and put these people in jail because they were people of power, and they didn't want that happening. So maybe, for all we know, you know what I mean, she might have just fled and didn't want to be anything, didn't want to get put, in that position where she was going to get taken out for no reason, Let's see. It says in 1977, she was found guilty of first-degree murder, armed robbery, and other crimes, and was sentenced to life in prison. She escaped from prison. Oh, damn. So she actually was sentenced to prison, escaped in 1979, and lived underground before surfacing in Cuba in 1984. The FBI and New Jersey Attorney General each offered a $1 million reward for her capture. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy and New Jersey State Police Superintendent Colonial Patrick Callahan said they spoke with Secretary of State Marco Rubio about Chesimard's reported passing. So yeah, basically, it's the affiliation she had with Tupac Shakur was that she was the godmother and step aunt to Tupac Shakur. So
that's why I didn't know who it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, that is trending in Google, and I wanted you guys to know about that. And because me and you, Jay, we do love Tupac. That is one of our favorite artists from that day. So definitely, that's why I wanted to report on that.
Go West Coast.
West Coast goat, born on the East Coast.
That's actually very true. I always forget he's born in New York. I do. I always forget that.
But he brought it down and put it down for the West Coast, so we love him.
Of course we do. We respect Fox.
because on the East Coast, I mean, yes, you did have Big, Jay, and all these other people represented.
Nas. Come on,
But
bro.
I was going to say Nas was actually the one who was the direct competition for Tupac because they were both the best at what they did in different ways, but great ways. And they will always, at least to me and you, I know for a fact, Jay, will be the legends of that era. And even up till now, Nas and Tupac's music still lives. You
Of
know,
course. Can't say Biggie's music doesn't live though.
that's
I
what I'm
like
saying.
Big.
But if you really look down to the nitty gritty of it all, uh, Tupac also had beef with Nas, but they never basically like it was kind of more like on the DL. And at that as that being said, when they did have their music that they did come out with, they both were, like you said, Tupac being the emotional, putting everything into it, and Nas just had those lyrics that he can tell any kind of story the way it was. He just had the magic and the talent. Biggie, not saying that he didn't and other rappers, but Nas just did it best for his time.
Well, you realize Nas and Pac, they both have multiple songs where you use the same beat. That's
Exactly.
why. The
Exactly.
same exact beat. I mean, just
Yeah.
crazy, crazy,
Um,
crazy.
there was like this big there I remember like back in the day there was this like freestyle on YouTube video that was going around and it was Biggie against Tupac, and I think there was one other person on there, and it was like a freestyle, so there was like it was kind of distorted, but I remember that freestyle, and I always remembered when Tupac came on as opposed to Biggie's part.
Yeah.
Bro, I literally had like the hairs on my like on my arms like stand when Tupac came on and his part in it. I was like, oh shit! Just the way he came on and the way he put it together, that shit just was like, that's for real. That's some dope ass shit right there, you know.
Of course. I totally believe.
And we got some chats. We got Justin saying, "Did you guys see the USSOD called for an emergency meeting with all the generals?" We actually reported on that yesterday. That was a
I was
trend.
gonna say, yeah.
Yeah. Come on, Justin. I know you study, man, but you got to pay attention a little bit here, brother.
Nah, he in college life right now, bro.
I know. I just mess up
College
with him.
life right
I'm
now.
just messing with him. We understand, Justin. We understand. That's why Jay got his coffee when he does, because he needs that focus.
Yes. Yes. Too many things to do in a day, man. There's not enough hours for me in a day.
Exactly.
I need 36-hour days. That I would thrive way more with 36-hour days.
Exactly.
I definitely would.
All right, Jay, let's move on and get into our last trend, which is also some business news. What is going on in the world of Uber?
The Oobs, man. So the Oobs is I didn't know this, but they were reporting their non-takeout business. You know how they do delivery, grocery, retail, food, all that stuff.
Yeah.
They do about 13 billion, bro, annual. That's crazy numbers. Did you know that? I did not think that, bro. I was like 13 billion? Holy shit. Like I know I use Amazon, right? But I did not know Uber did that much. Like I'm like, damn. That's silly numbers, bro.
I became a, you know what? They
That's
gave me a
nuts.
they gave me a 3-month free trial on DoorDash, the Door Pass. So
Uh-huh.
I've been using that for like the last couple of months now.
The trash. Yeah, see, I used to use Door Trash back in like 2016, bro. And the only reason I used it was because I was like, let's try this out. With their 20,000 fees and like you buy one thing and it's like $50 later, you get like, your one meal and it's like $50 later. And I was like, man, this shit sucks. So
Yeah.
I stopped using the trash, obviously. But like, I tried it out because obviously I was like, let's see how this is. You know what I mean? And they did have a lot of spots on the trash. Obviously, now all the companies have caught up to that. Even Uber was smart enough, like, hey, we got this fleet of drivers. Let's just go on that same thing and run that. And that's basically what they did.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why they bought, when did they bought Postmates? What was it, like 4 years ago?
Yeah.
4 years ago? Yeah. So they bought Postmates. They're like, hey, let's buy this competitor. And then we could get in the whole grocery thing. And man, obviously it's worked, bro. 13 billion? Like, man,
Right.
I didn't know that many people ordered. I'm like, holy shit. Like, man,
I know.
like I said, I know I order from Amazon all the time. I know, but I didn't know, like, I don't know what the other platforms are doing, but damn, if Uber's doing 13 billion, I know Uber's popular, but like that means other platforms, they must be doing some serious numbers, man.
Yep.
I'm like, holy shit, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know what I mean?
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's just crazy. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't know numbers were like that.
Yeah, I'm sure DoorDash makes more money than that.
Well, I would sure hope so. That's their only focus.
I know.
If they're not doing more money than Uber, and Uber has a whole rideshare platform, that would be sad.
It would be. Very sad.
That'd be very sad if Uber was doing more money. Obviously, they're the rideshare platform, and they're doing more money in the like the takeout stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be crazy to me. That would mean DoorDash is a definitely trash failure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but hey, you know what? One thing I do appreciate about DoorDash is that their delivery time is pretty damn quick. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'll order my shit and it's like it'll be there in like 10-15 minutes.
I would sure hope so. Fuck. After 30 fees later, yeah, I sure hope so. I hope you enjoy your nice little sundae from Yummy Yogurt that's like $48.
34 today.
And it's literally right around the corner from your house.
Dude, that's the only thing. I was at work and I was like, you know what? I don't want to leave work today because there was kind of busy.
I was joking. Did you really order Yummy Yogurt?
It's close. I ordered an acai bowl.
Oh, sorry. All right, got you. Okay.
So, and damn, I ordered like a huge one from this new place in Birmingham downtown. It's called like Palmetto Superfoods.
Okay.
Oh, bro, this thing is so damn good. It comes with like all the goodies. You can even get like bee pollen in it. You can get that what do you call that other honey, macula or macuna honey or something. Yeah, you can get all this new spirulina. You can get all this stuff in it, bro. Just super good stuff. Super good stuff.
Yep. $48 later. Yes.
34, gotcha. My brother, and that also came with a coffee and a pastry.
I sure hope so. Fuck. You better watch my car while you're at it out there too.
Come on.
$40 later.
We don't
shit, dude. I could making an acai bowl, which is hella easy, by the way. I could buy the ingredients for that and make 40 of them for that price. Literally 40. That's why I don't order from that shit no more. Like I said, back in 2016, 17, 18, I was like, let's try. Like I said, I was just trying it out. And then when I actually did the fucking numbers, I was like, oh, hell, I'll never do this again. Never have since. Because when I actually saw the numbers, I was like, this is crazy. And it's just because people get addicted to it. You know what I mean? I know this. It's all psychology. People get addicted to it. Oh, you know what? I can do this, this, and this in my house. And then this is coming. And then it's like, oh, I can do this every other day. And then you start adding it up. It's like 40, 80, 120, 160. For like 4 meals, you just paid literally $160. Like, are you fucking crazy? I've actually done the math on this shit. Because like I said, I would do it every now and then. Like, hey, you know what? I'm going to order some today. Oh, yeah, you know what? 50 some bucks. That's nothing. I can make that hella quick. It's all psychology, bro. People just get stuck in it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, yeah, that's so convenient. It's coming. And then when you actually do the math of how much the shit is, it's like, oh, dude, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. So that's why I don't ever do that shit no more. Yeah. I like 2018. 2018 was the last year I did that. I was like, nope, I'll never do this shit again. I erased all of it. I was like, you know what I mean? Obviously, Amazon now. And what do I do on Amazon? I'm very stickler about how much like I even spend. Like, you know what I mean? On like the stuff I get, and it like I said, same day, right?
Yeah.
So I'm getting my groceries. You know what I'm saying? And making sure that shit lasts. And I know now with the numbers why, because of how much I used to spend at Safeway. I'd easily spend $150, $200 a week at Safeway. It's not even close to that on Amazon now. Not even if I'm spending $100 a week, it means damn, I splurged this week on Amazon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've really got this down to a science now.
Gotcha.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty damn cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you that.
That's what I'm talking about. Save that money.
No. You don't save. It's what you do with the money. So I have more to use over here, more to use over here, oh, more to put there. That's all it is. Allocating.
Exactly.
Yeah. We don't save here. We allocate.
And Justin says, bro, I'm trying with the crying emoji.
I get it. Everything takes time, man. It's all learning. It's all a process. You can't skip steps in the process. It's all there for a reason. It'll come.
All right. So let's get moving and get into our movie of the night. Jay, what are we watching?
What movie is this? I know you know.
Yes,
This is some gangster right here, bro.
This is Training Day.
Fuck yeah. This is a good ass movie, bro.
What's the movie about for anybody that doesn't know?
Basically, Ethan Hawke. I forgot his name in the movie. Oh, Hoyt, right? Jake Hoyt. Is it Jake?
Yep.
Yeah, Jake. So he's like a fresh out of the academy, wants to be a cop. Like he's very by the book, was good in school, good in sports, very disciplined cat. And he gets thrown basically under Alonzo right there, who is how do I put Alonzo? Like he runs the narcotics unit. He's very what you would call, I don't want to say dirty cop, but definitely out for himself. I guess you could say dirty. It's kind of fucked up, but yeah, he is a dirty cop. But so basically, Ethan Hawke gets drafted to this team, and he's learning in the streets of LA how Alonzo runs things as a cop. Mm-hmm. And he runs it very very different from like by the book, very street, you know what I mean? And so he's going along with this stuff, and he's just like, shit, man, this is what it's like to be a cop. And then like, I don't want to give too much away, but Alonzo basically sets him up, and yeah, tries to set him up to get killed. Ethan Hawke actually, since he was smart enough to do the right things in the day, ended up getting saved by the right things he did, and then found out that it was his own person training him that set him up.
It's his partner.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't call it his partner because Alonzo's for himself. No, he's basically teaching him. He's not a partner. He's like, because like he has the other people on his team too. So he's just another person on his team. You know what I mean? So it's definitely not his partner, but he definitely was trying to show him the ropes. And being the straight edge that he is, I get why he did what he did, but he also could have gone the other way and made $250K your first day in the force. Remember? I know. Like fuck. Like so that's definitely a morale thing right there, man. You know what I'm saying?
What would you have done?
You don't want to know.
I do want to know, that's why I'm asking.
Oh, well, so when I first saw this movie, I've known cops, I've known FBI, I know CIA, I know a lot of people in my life. And I know that's exactly how shit is done, what Alonzo does in this movie. That's actually the real shit. That's normal.
Yeah. And
so if I'm Ethan Hawke in this movie and I'm earning $250K on my first damn day, I'm fine. I didn't know that guy. I didn't know that guy. I didn't know this guy. I get the medal for doing whatever. I'm following my lead and I just earned $250K. We cool. If it hits me down the road with morale, I'm using that $250K. Obviously, I'm flipping it different ways. I'm done with police. You understand? So I would have easily been like, okay. Easily, without hesitation. Why? Because of how I know reality. You know what I mean? That's all.
Right.
That's how I look at it. Because, obviously if it kept going on and that was what kept happening every year, all right, you know what? I can't do this no more. It's heavy on the heart now, you know what I mean? I know what we're doing now. I see what you're doing, you know what I mean? But in reality, he was still taking off big time people off the street, Alonzo, but doing it his own way, very crookedly. And I believe that's exactly what goes on these days, like in real life. But he was taking big time people off the street, if you saw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I would to answer your question, if I'm him the very first day, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm taking 250K and I'm solid. I'm quiet. Because I know myself, I'm using that money for other things easily. You know what I mean? I get promoted, he gets promoted, the whole team got promoted off of he planned that out for like, I don't know how many years, remember? And your first day, you get inherited that, and you're like, damn, I just came up like that? Fuck. You know? So, yeah.
See, and me personally, I think I would be Ethan Hawking it.
I know you would. You're not, the way you're built, I know you would do what Ethan Hawke did. I know. I already know that, you know what I mean? But I'm surrounded by my friends, you being one of them. I have friends who are very excellent, you know what I mean? I have excellent friends and they're very, you know what I mean? On point. You know, no, I'm saying they are. Like I only consider this, like I have a handful of friends, right?
Yeah.
Each one of them, you being one, like I said, would be Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
I would definitely be the opposite. I know.
Right.
It makes perfect sense to me, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I know that. I know that. And it's just because life has taught me that. And I've seen it. I've seen it growing up.
No, I understand.
I've been in my own situations. Yeah. So I know.
Life gives us many and different teachers, you know.
Yes, exactly.
Nothing wrong.
You know what I mean?
Nothing wrong.
No, not at all. You know what I mean?
For me, like it wouldn't be so much about the money. It was just the way how we would have had to kill. You know what I mean, dude?
But you didn't kill him. You did not kill him.
But he was killed in front of me.
He didn't. Okay, but that was not your. That's what I mean. Why take that burden if you didn't plan it? You didn't plan it. You didn't use the bitch to kill him. Alonzo's just saying that so you can earn stripes. You didn't actually do it.
But
that's my point. Okay, you witnessed it, but this was planned for a year before to take a high-profile drug dealer off the street. Just because he was cool with him, this and that, doesn't mean you should be in your feelings. I totally understand where Alonzo came from with that.
Yeah, but the only
reason he set that up because he was undercover. You see what I mean?
Not exactly, because
when he was undercover, this is what I mean. That dude was police. You know that, right? The dude who he killed. That was his boy. He was police. He was doing what basically he taught Alonzo to do that. That's my point. And so he knew he had mills stacked underneath. Remember, Alonzo had beef with the Russians. He's taking a high profiler off the streets because he knew he had 4 or 5 mil stacked under there. Remember?
Yeah.
That's exactly why he's like, okay. That's what I mean, man. Like it teaches you a lot about this movie. You know what I mean? It teaches you a lot. But you technically didn't do nothing. You didn't do anything. But you're earning a badge because you supposedly used the bitch and killed dude. That's all he was saying. You walked in, clear shot. He got off 2 rounds in I forgot. It was Dre. Wasn't it Dre? He shot Dre, shot this one. Remember? I think Dre was a part of his team.
I think
Dr. Dre.
Paul.
No, Dr. Dre. I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about. I forgot the dude's name. I forgot Dre's name in the movie.
Paul.
But right there. But yeah, so Alonzo set this up way before you even were known about police. That's what I mean. So you happen to walk into this and you got drafted to this team and you feel that much morale and pain and that, and you don't want to take your $250,000? I don't know, bro. I'm different. Like I said, I see things very different in life. You know what I mean? Because I didn't set any of that up. That's not on me. You know what I mean? That wasn't on me. I basically got drafted in this and I'm earning a stripe for it. I don't know, man. And 250K? Fuck. That's a hard bargain to pass up. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But I understand. I understand where you're coming from. Believe me, I see the other side to it. I totally see it.
All right.
This is a hell of a movie, bro.
What do you?
This is you don't even have to ask. There's if you have not seen this movie, you are missing out. It's an easy Brady. Easy Brady. This is one of the best movies I have seen. And because you could look at it from so many different perspectives. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah.
Definitely. So it's a Brady, huh?
Oh, without a doubt, dude. What do you think? Do you think this is not a 10?
I don't think it's a 10.
You're full of shit. Are you serious?
I think it's an 11.
Oh, okay. I was like, there's no fucking way. No way. I was like, bro, it's literally one of the best movies I've seen.
Favorite movies. One of my favorite Denzel movies for sure.
Yeah, like literally one of
the whole cast.
One of the best.
Like, yeah, you got one.
Exactly. The best cast, the storyline, like everything about it is good.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like one of the best movies I've seen.
They definitely don't make movies like that these days.
Yeah, I think that it's more PC. That's why I don't think they could do this anymore. But this movie, man, one of the best ever, bro. Definitely, like you said, one of my favorite Denzel movies, without a doubt.
All right, Jay. Well, since you would have let Scott Glenn die and took his money,
it's not up to me. Jesus, man.
Let's go over Scott Glenn movies then.
Why would you say what do you mean I would let him die? It's not up to me.
You would watch him get murdered and
oh my God, dude. He was a big time dealer too. Hence the $5 million under the ground.
I don't judge, Jay.
Oh my God. You're he said I don't judge. Oh Jesus. Yeah, we can do Scott Glenn movies. I gotta think, man. He's in a shit ton of movies, man. And I would not have let him die. Okay. Enough of that shit.
Gotcha. He would have just took his money.
Oh my God. You need to relax. You need to relax.
Jay would have came out of the whole plot. He's like, you know what? I'm not going to kill this guy. I'm just going to tranquilize him. I'm going to pretend he's dead so the other crew thinks he's dead. Tranquilize him, and then I'm just going to tell him to disappear for the rest of his life. I already know the plot, bro.
You hella funny. All right, I'm going to go. This is easily one of my favorite movies with him. So this is without a doubt. But I'm going to add two more because he's a good actor. So when I first saw him, he was in Silence of the Lambs, and that's one of my favorite movies too. That's Hannibal Lecter, as you know. Yeah, so I'll go with that one. He played a good part in that one.
That's your favorite movie?
Yeah. Obviously, this is my. Yeah, I'm just saying this is my favorite, but I'm adding that one as my favorite because, and then I'm gonna add an underrated just because he has hella movies anyway.
Yeah. So what's your underrated?
I'll go Vertical Limit. I like that one a lot.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
He plays the character who basically his wife was killed in an avalanche, but she was more set up by someone who was more ballin', and so he lives in like the mountains, like the K2 area, and he ends up helping out a team who's stranded up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a really good movie, and because one of the people who were stranded is a really big time baller, and he was the reason his wife got killed up there.
Got you.
So yeah, really good movie. Really good movie.
Got you.
Yes, sir.
Man, this is tough.
Yes, hella movies.
Super tough, but you know what? I'm gonna go as my favorite because he's been in these, and these are just well known. I'm gonna go with The Bourne Legacy and The Bourne Ultimatum because he was.
Those are both excellent.
Yeah, because he was part of the Bourne, the Bourne series.
Yes.
As far as underrated, I'm also going to name two because these are huge movies, but they're older, so people might not know about them. And that would be the first one being Backdraft.
Oh, yeah.
The movie
excellent.
With Kurt Russell and him. And then the number two movie would be The Hunt for Red October.
Excellent. Those are both excellent movies, man. See what I mean? And those are all excellent films.
And you cannot forget him and Denzel in Courage Under Fire.
That's a great movie too.
Yep. Did you ever watch him with Clint Eastwood in Absolute Power?
Yep.
Okay.
Great movie.
Yeah.
That was a really good movie.
Right.
I remember that one.
Yep. All right. So yeah, that is our movie of the night. We are watching Training Day.
Yes, sir.
And going to the chats, Justin is saying, "Bro, he is rage baiting you," or "Bro is rage baiting you." Justin, one thing you got to understand about Jay is that he doesn't get easily manipulated. So it's hard for me to rage bait him. It's just trying to make him laugh more than anything. He gets pretty serious sometimes.
Funny. Hell yeah. That's hella funny.
I know. All right. Let's move on then, and let's get into some business crypto news. Let's see what's happening in these markets on the last day of the week, Friday, because usually Fridays is the day where it doesn't really do much. So let's see if it has done anything so we can maybe stop being in such fear of these prices from the past few days. So starting with your big three, which is obviously Bitcoin as number one. You're going to have Bitcoin sitting at 109,685. It is actually up now 0.18%. Ethereum, your largest altcoin, at number two with the price at 4,019. That one is up 1.61%. And your XRP, which has been flipped to number four right now, is sitting at $2.78, and it is up 0.36%. So speaking about your big three, let me really quick let you know that taking a look at the big three, let me break down some key support and resistance level for you guys. So this is something you guys are going to want to watch in the short term. So starting with Bitcoin currently, trading right now around 109,400. In the last 24 hours, we've seen an intraday high up near 110,300 and a low around 108,700. Support is sitting in the 108,500 to 109,000 zone with a deeper cushion around 108 if that first level breaks. On the flip side, resistance is overhead at 110,200 to 110,500, and stronger resistance shows up around 111 to 111,500. Moving on to Ethereum is holding the 4,000 right now. If tapped, an intraday high around 4,065 and found support earlier near 3,878. Support from Ethereum comes in at 3,880 to 3,930 with an extra safety net down around 3,800 to 3,850. Resistance is stacked up around 4,040 to 4,080 and then higher at 4,150 to 4,200. And for XRP, which is currently trading around 278, the coin hit an intraday high of about 281 and the low of 270. Support is holding in the 270 to 274 range with a deeper zone near 265. Resistance is showing up first at 280 to 282 with a stronger ceiling around 285 to 288. So in short, Bitcoin is trying to hold above 109. Ethereum is consolidating near the 4K mark, and XRP is testing support right around 270. These are the short-term levels to watch if you're trading or just following the market closely. So yeah, that is your big three, guys. And moving on to your fear and greed index, we are still in that fear 34 mark right now. And yeah, it does look like it's not really moving any further down. We kind of hit where everything is kind of dropped. Not saying that it won't drop any further, but Monday is going to be a big telltale sign to see what the markets are going to do and if crypto is going to keep kind of dropping or if we're going to keep starting to continue that bullish trend that we've been in. As far as your market, global crypto market cap as a whole, we are sitting at 3.78 trillion. It is up 0.54%. So a little bit of money has been pouring into the market cap as a whole. Let's go over your top 5 trending coins now, starting with number 1, which is Mira, M-I-R-A. That one is up 0.89%. Number 2, Alpine F1 team fan token is sitting at it's actually up 184%. Number 3, World of Dipeans, that one is down 3.82%. Number 4, you have Subsquid, which is up 45%, and number 5, we have Astor Inu, which is down 16%. That is your top 5 trending coins. Now let's get into your top 5 gainers. Starting with number 1, you have ARK. ARK is up 992% in the last 24 hours. Number 2 is Grok. Grok has been up 567%. Number 3 is Robinhood, which is up 558%. Number 4 is NotCat. NotCat is up 594%. And number 5 is Fake Wrapped Coinbase, which is up 598%. As far as your top 100 and notable mentions, let's move on and see. Let's see here. We got number 20, Mubarak. Mubarak is up 288%. We got 27, Robinhood, which is up 274%. We got I Love Puppies at number 39, which is up 161%. At number 50, you got UI, which is up 71%. At number 56, we have BlackRock, which is up 15%. At number 65, we have OmniPair, which is up 38%. At number 70, we have Black Card Coin, which is up 36%. At number 77, we have Tectum, which is up 32%. At number 82, we have Bitcoin Gold, which is up 28%. At number 88, we have Black Hole, which is up 25%. At number 93, we have Bob, or BOB, which is up 25%. And in your 100 spot for the day, we have Base is for Everyone, which is up 23%. All right, guys, that is your crypto news. Let's move on and get into your guys' horoscopes for tomorrow. All right, let's get into that. Let me pull this up real quick. So this is going to be for September 27th, 2025, starting with the first sign of the zodiac, which is also my sign, Aries. So guys, tomorrow, Aries, you may grapple or fix something. However, remember that the less you resist, the smoother it flows. Instead of grappling with control all day, let go. When your grip loosens, clarity finds its way to you. Remember, peace does not come by force, but by allowing it. Then we got, let me see here, we got our Taurus. Your heart may want it the other way to connect, but not one that keeps draining it. The memory tomorrow puts it should teach that actual bonds never seem to take effort. Choose people and conversations that feel good, easygoing, and casual. Release those relationships that feel like work and head towards ones that feel like home. Your peace matters. Then we got Gemini. You may be carrying storms of tension without even realizing it. Tomorrow reminds you of how laughter can pierce those heavy thoughts inside. Allow yourself to bask in something light. It doesn't need to be profound to be healing. One little chuckle can begin the process of softening the heart again. Then we got our Cancer. Your emotions tend to run deep, and tomorrow is a good opportunity to check in with yourself or someone close to you in a genuine way. A brief conversation from the heart may bring more peace than you bargained for. Do not dodge what you feel. Sharing from the heart, even a little bit, can release a great deal of emotion. Then we got our Leo. Every day, if ready, you appear to pour your energy into doing the best possible work for others. However, tomorrow will pose the question to you. Do you have to be available every single time you are asked? Under no circumstances, engage in protecting your energy with guilt. It is okay to say no if something does not feel right. Time is yours to give only to those of your choice. CJ, that is exactly for you tomorrow, since that is your sign.
Okay.
And then we got Virgo. Tomorrow will be the day when your mind will try to have things in order, and yet it will be up to you to allow your curiosity to take the lead. Do not rush into conclusions. Instead of assuming, ask. Instead of making decisions fast, try discovering. In case you remain curious, something should come in from the unexpected to guide your way. Let the unknown be an invitation for you rather than a scare. Then we got our Libra. You often think ahead, but tomorrow is not about what's next. It is about being right where you are. Let yourself sink into the now. Stop measuring how far you have to go and see how far you have come. Presence is peace. Then we got our Scorpio. You will be pulled in many directions, but tomorrow bids you to choose one thing to focus on fully. Do not attempt to do everything at once. Do one thing fully with your attention and care. It is better to have done a little well than to have done much poorly. Let the little success go to your confidence. You will feel grounded when you can clearly identify where things have progressed. Then we got my wife's sign, Sagittarius. A normal urgency may be present in you to complete tasks efficiently or to accomplish things more quickly. Tomorrow calls for the anchoring of oneself and one's values. The actions must be a testimony to what one truly believes. One must never allow any distractions to pull one away from one's center. Reflecting in silence and asking oneself what truly matters in life is crucial. Capricorn, you feel anxious about starting all over once again, even though you just started yesterday. That is all right. Growth is not always linear. It will give you a clean second start tomorrow. So don't beat yourself up for having to start over twice. There are numerous restarts in life. What matters is your willingness to keep on going. Aquarius, previous confusions may seem clear tomorrow. The disparate thought or feeling of the day settles without much effort. Do not disregard this shift. Trust that your mind is ready to see what it could not before. You are moving from question to understanding. Let this clarity guide your next move. Last but not least, we have our Pisces. You may feel more neutral than expected tomorrow. There is a quiet alignment within you as if your emotions and actions are finally moving together. Allow yourself to enjoy this calm. Do not search for problems when peace is present. You are allowed to feel balanced even if everything around you is not perfect. All right, guys, that is our horoscopes for tomorrow. That's for September 27th, 2025. And we like to do that to help guide you along your path every day when we do that. And we got Mary Bell in the house saying hi and thank you. You are welcome, and I love you. Thanks for being on the show. All right, let's move on and get into our conspiracy of the night. Jay, have you ever heard about the ancient city in Mexico called Teotihuacan, the city of the gods?
It's called Teotihuacan. Yeah.
Teotihuacan. I'm super happy that you corrected me because I thought I murdered that name, and sure enough, I did. You know.
I know.
So, say that name again for me, please.
Teotihuacan.
So, Jay, beneath the ancient city of Teotihuacan, or City of Gods, the American name, which is in Mexico, lies a network of tunnels so vast, so secretive, that even modern archaeologists have barely scratched the surface. Have you known about these tunnels, Jay?
Yes.
Okay.
I've done a lot of research on Teotihuacan.
Got you. So, guys, for decades, locals have whispered about strange sounds, flickering lights, and sightings of enormous, shadowy figures moving below the earth there. The official story, they're just ancient ceremonial passageways. But the conspiracy that those tunnels aren't empty, they're hiding something the world isn't ready to face. The lost giants of Mexico, a civilization older than the Mayans, older than the Aztecs, waiting to return. Have you heard about that, Jay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's get into the city of the gods. Teotihuacan, as Jay puts it, and as it is said. By the time the Aztecs arrived, it was already abandoned. No one knows who built it. The main pyramids are aligned perfectly with the stars of Orion's belt and are surrounded by hidden passageways, sealed chambers, and underground rivers of mercury. Mercury in ancient cultures symbolized the underworld and energy, but why have it flowing beneath a city? Energy source, a portal, or maybe a form of stasis chamber for beings far larger than humans. So let's get into the discovery of tunnels. In 2003, a heavy rainstorm caused part of the temple of the feathered serpent to collapse, revealing a secret tunnel beneath. Archaeologists entered and found a long sealed passage leading to three chambers. Inside were strange spherical objects, pools of liquid mercury, and carvings of beings far taller than any average human. The mainstream narrative says it's symbolic. But what if it isn't? What if those chambers aren't ceremonial at all, but holding spaces, ancient vaults where something or someone has been hiding away for thousands of years? So let's get into the giants and the Mexican myth about them. The Aztecs have legends of the Quenamezzitin or Quenmetzin, giants who once roamed Mexico, building great cities and monuments. They say that they were destroyed in catalysms, but their remains and their secrets were hidden underground. Locals around the city of God still talk about shadow people and earth rumblers at night. Some even claim to hear deep, resonant breathing sounds echoing from sealed tunnels. These stories aren't told to tourists. They're told quietly around fires and around the locals. If these giants were real, where would they go? They'd go underground into labyrinth of tunnels no human was supposed to find or know about. So why hide? Where's the heart of the conspiracy, guys? What if the builders of the city of God, the giants, were the first people and they didn't vanish at all? What if they retreated underground into hibernation, waiting for conditions on the surface to change? Every few decades, archaeologists accidentally uncover sealed chambers. Every few decades, artifacts disappear into private collections. What if those artifacts aren't just objects, but bodies, DNA, even living beings kept in suspended animation? And why keep this secret? Because if humanity knew that another older race still lives beneath our feet, the entire power structure would collapse overnight. Governments would lose control, and religion would have to rewrite its stories. So, let's talk about the return and ancient prophecies around the world, from the Hopi to the Mayans, which talk about the time when the first people return. Some say it will happen during a planetary alignment. Others say it will be when humans have forgotten their true origins. Right now, we're living in an age of mass distraction, smartphones, AI, global crisis. Could it be that the giants beneath the city of God are waiting for this moment? The moment when humanity is at its weakest to rise again. Imagine a race of beings taller, stronger, and older than us, emerging from tunnels lined with mercury and gold, carrying knowledge and power beyond our imagination. Would they come as teachers or as rulers reclaiming what was once theirs? What do you think about that, Jay?
What do I think of what?
Do you think that they're going to be coming back anytime soon?
I don't think so. Not anytime soon.
So
There has to be other things to happen prior to that. That's what I'm saying.
oh, I got you. I
Yeah.
got you.
So prior things have to happen in order for that to happen. It's just how it works.
Yeah.
So
Well, if it's true, guys, and there is giants there, and this is not just ceremonial passageways with these huge caves, but giants actually roam through there, then basically, yeah, it means that history as we know it is a lie. It means there's going to be a hidden chapter of humanity still playing out beneath our feet that we have never even known about or expected. And then it begs to, defer what the government and what all these things of history have been told to us. And, is it all a lie?
Well, there are giants. That's not a question.
For sure.
That's
That is
already
dope.
that's already proven. We already know there's giants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially with tech these days. We see it and then it gets immediately taken off and then the person who reports it goes missing or they die. So, yeah, we already know there's giants. We know this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Justin says, laugh my ass off. Just pass Jay the mic on the conspiracy at this point.
Probably when you said Teotihuacan.
When what?
When you were saying Teotihuacan, remember? That's hella funny.
Damn, that was the beginning, Justin. Just pass it. Man, can't even do
No,
it,
he was probably messing with you because of how you said it. You were like,
huh?
what did you say? Teotihuacan? Or I don't know what you said.
I tried.
That shit was
I knew I
hella
was gonna
funny.
murder it, but I tried.
The funny thing is, I actually know. Like, I've done research on all that stuff already. That's why I know how to say that.
No, that's good.
You'd be surprised how much I researched, man. Just on my own time. You know what I mean? Not even just for show, just because I remember researching that city a long, long time ago.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad we got to talk about it because not many people know about stuff like this,
That's crazy to me. Like, I don't know. See, like I said, when I get to like certain levels of money, that type of stuff interests me. I'd love to be like archaeological, like archaeologist.
Right.
I'd love to explore, find. I told you, if I had a time machine, I'd go back to the beginning of time and go through each damn area and just be like, oh, this is how that happened. You know what I mean? That stuff really interests me. That's why when I do go to the other side of the world, it'll be very different for me. You know what I'm saying? I know you think it's for other purposes, which, I understand that. But, I also have the other side of me, the history buff side. So, yeah, man.
All right, guys. Well, that is pretty much it for us then. That was our conspiracy of the night. Health, wealth, and happiness. That is our motto for the show. That's what we always like to give for you guys.
Always.
We do want to give also a shout out to everybody watching us. Thank you so much for being on here, for dedicating your Friday to us for our fucking Friday episode. Jay, let's drop it on them and give them our final words of wisdom.
Are we going words of wisdom right now? Okay, cool. Perfect. That's I'm going today. Well, one of my favorite quotes it's been one of my favorite quotes forever. So it's by Aristotle. We are what we repeatedly do, and excellence then is not an act, but a habit. I love that quote because obviously our actions define us, and I believe in the whole thing to be better than you were yesterday. So if you have your habits, you have your schedule, you have whatever it is you do every day. If you become excellent at it, you got to keep working at it to become excellent. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean. So we got to keep becoming excellent. Like you can't, like, obviously no one's perfect. So you got to keep perfecting like just little things here and there so it becomes excellent every day. You know what I mean? Our choices, our behaviors, everything, man. You know what I'm saying? So as long as we can just be better than we were yesterday, we're that much closer to that quote. That's why that's one of my favorites. It's been one of my favorites for a long time.
How I know you're very strict with what you do and how you do it. So let me ask you, in your opinion, obviously, how does one become better every day? Like, how can you do that? Because I know it's a discipline. You have to discipline yourself, obviously. But how can you like judge that? Like, so you could be like, oh yeah, every day I need like how like what do you do?
Easily. So like for example, if I wanted to it could be as little as okay, like this. My dog was just ripping apart every cover on the bed, right?
Okay.
Like usually I have it pretty set, you know what I mean? But today, like I was like, oh, I'll do it later. I could have done it earlier and got another thing done and then in place done something else. Do you know what I mean? Just something as little as that to be that much better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of saying, hey, I'll wait till later, dude, because I will do it later. But that's what I mean. I could have done it earlier. I remember I was like, you know what, I'll just do it later. That little thought right there, if I just did it and like that, I would have been that much better. That's what I mean. It could be that something as little as that, dude, just little things in your day. Even if it's, I drank about 6 of these, let me throw in 2 more today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Little things like that each day, bro. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, like yeah, it could be as little as that. If you stack up those little W's, bro, the big ones come right after. It's just how
For
it works
sure.
every day.
For
It's
sure.
how it works every day, man. You know what I mean? So
And I know you use the same kind of mindset for the gym or like every
yeah,
day you want to make
exactly,
yourself
bro. If we like so bench, I threw on the 210s, right? It was easier than I like in my head. I was like, oh yeah, because I've done that before, remember? And it was easier than I thought. I was like, okay. But remember, I said in 2 weeks, even if I just threw on a 2.5 on each side, that would be an extra 5 pounds, being that much better than what I was last time I was benching. Just like that, little things each time, dude. And that's like I said, no one's perfect, but you get that much closer to excellent by doing little things like that. That's the truth.
Right.
That's facts.
And going off of what you're saying to close out the show, remember, guys, at the end of the day, life is about discipline, persistence, and the pursuit of mastery. When we
Yeah.
choose to give our best, even in the smallest tasks, we elevate not just our work, but ourselves. Excellence is not an act, it's a habit. And the energy you put into your craft will ripple through every corner of your life. So, yeah, guys,
Exactly.
who was your quote by, Jay?
Aristotle.
Yeah, so basically, I'm just going to close it off with the quote you said because that's basically what I just said and what you said is
I know. I heard.
misquoted by him. So, but maybe Jay, you can just read that quote for them one more time to close the show.
We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, then is an act, not a habit. And I just read that off the top of my head. Let me see again.
Yeah,
We
that
are
was
what we repeatedly do, and
exactly.
excellent then is not an act, but a habit. There you go.
Exactly. So remember, guys, whatever you put your hands and mind to, do it with heart, do it with focus, and do it with the intention of becoming excellent. So that is pretty much it for us. Let's just finish off of these chats. Justin says, y'all streams are dead ass perfect for studying backgrounds. Laugh my ass off. Not sure if it's intended or not.
It's a very good thing, bro. It's a very good thing, especially when you studying, you making it happen. It's awesome. We
Exactly.
appreciate you being here. That's awesome, man.
We would definitely appreciate you. And last chat, we got Mary Bell, my wife, saying, that's very uplifting, Jay. Thanks.
Cool. I'm glad to be of service.
Exactly.
Try
All
to come
right,
out with the
guys.
good quotes.
Exactly. That is it for us. Thank you again for being here. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share. My cat even is like, I am out of here because the show is over. So, thank you again. We will be back live for you on Sunday night, and that'll be for our gym live, Sunday night gym live. That'll be
Yes,
doing.
sir.
We're going to be doing leg day. We're not doing squats this week, so it's not going to be the heavy, but we will still get it in heavy for you guys because we
Yes.
still do a Q&A, and we want
Yes.
you to ask us questions and
For
show
sure.
we want to debut and show you what we do so that if you ever want to do it yourselves, you guys can kind of just follow what certain things we do. Obviously,
Of course.
you're not going to have to do it as heavy as us, but you can kind of get into it that way we do it.
Yeah, there's no reason to do it heavy at all.
Exactly.
We just do it at that weight because it's comfortable.
Exactly.
That's it.
And also tonight we are going to have a gym short for you guys that we will be putting up from earlier.
Yes.
And on Saturday we're going to have a chef with Jeff, so look out for that. That's going to be kind of nice too, because he's going to cook up something real good for you guys. And that being said, that is pretty much it for us. Any other thing you want to tell or say, Jay, before we get out of here?
No, that's perfect.
All right.
Oh, we have a little surprise thing we'll be putting up Sunday night. Remember?
So it's gonna, most likely I'll try to get it up this Sunday, but
okay.
I do work over it, so I might need a week to actually get it all done and produced, because I haven't done stuff like this in a while.
Okay.
And being a surprise, I do want to have it perfection. And
okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, well, it's okay.
I'll try to get it out this Sunday, but if not this Sunday, for sure by next Sunday we will have it out. So I just don't want. I don't want to over promise and underachieve.
Well, don't rush it either. It needs to be good.
Exactly. So
it needs to be excellent. So,
I'm gonna I'll try to get it out this Sunday, but most likely by next Sunday I'll have it out. And it'll be just like a little cool little thing that we did, teamed up and did it for our show for you guys to check out. So
and for social medias. So.
And for social media, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
And Infinite, I don't know if you're in the house, but when you are and you are listening, definitely let us know when you get our gift to you, which was that smartwatch. Let us know how it works and how you like it. So that being said, thanks again for everybody being on. Thanks, Maribel. Thank you, Justin. And thank you to all the haters. Steven, that is you. And Bob and Baker and Colton for talking to us earlier in the chat. Not being haters, because that was just Steven, obviously. But,
that's all funny, bro.
All right. Thanks again. We love you. And until next time.